Hey, James. Hey, my name's Jamie Lambert, and in this video, I'm going to show you three things that you can start doing today that will help you start renting more dumpsters. Why the heck do I do this? Well, honestly, I'm an idiot. Giving this information away for for free, but I know most dumpster rental companies are too busy running day to day to worry about how Google searches can increase their dumpster rentals. Sometimes the only hesitation on hiring someone is they don't know who the expert is and who isn't. And I have found that by giving dumpster rental companies a free and easy attack plan of actual things they can do today to start increasing their dumpster rentals have resulted in some of those companies seeing the value that I bring to the table and want more info or even a customized SEO strategy from me. So if at the end of this video you see the value that I can bring to the table and increase your dumpster rentals, I'll have a link in the email to schedule a call for a more detailed look inside your business. Or you can simply take action yourself with this free attack plan, and that works for me too. Let's take a look at your website. Your website looks great. It's very informative. It's got I believe it's got some booking down there. So and it kind of explains what you do about us. But the reason I'm here and the reason I'm shooting this video, is the moving dumpster. We use a tool called Ahrefs. It's a paid tool to break down websites and Google searches. And basically, we take a look at your website, and you're getting about 20 hits per month. And it's basically coming from these 19 keywords that Google's recognizing you for. And as you can tell, the Hocking Valley Dumpsters, where you're getting 23 of the traffic, and then you're getting one hit from Logan. You're sitting in the 8th spot, and then Chillicothe, Circleville. You're selling on like the 3rd page. So that's something we'll get into here in a minute. But what we're going to do in this video is we're just going to take a look at like dumpster rental Chillicothe. Again, I stay in Ahrefs, and basically dumpster rental Chillicothe, Ohio has a monthly search volume of 90, and you were ranked 37th and not getting any traffic from the search. So if we look at Google, on this search, just to kind of break down, what popped up, normally you'll see ads, but it's a little late right now that sometimes the ads are shut off. But you'll see ads, and most clients will pass the ads by. Also, if these aren't handled properly, you waste a lot of money in just a few months with no return on investment. And then you see the Google Map Pack. We call it the Big Three, and this is where 40% of the clicks come from. Citations are a valuable asset to go get to make this possible, and I'll touch on this later. But it's very vital to leverage yourself into the top 3 where you want to rank. And then we have the organic search, and these sites are getting 60% of the clicks. Content with buyer and words and backlinks are the main ingredients to dominate that area. As you can see, First Capital, Waste Management are dominating this organic search. So we'll pull up First Capital here, and you can see that they're getting 45 hits a month and they've got keywords, and they also have 93 backlinks. And then if we go to, they're showing 0 backlinks, but keep in mind that their home page right here is where most of their backlinks are, which is why they have a domain right there. And this is just a location page, but they're getting 15 hits a month from this search. And basically all this stuff is pointing back to their site, proving to Google that they're important in this Chillicothe search. So just by implementing some content with buyer intent keywords correctly on your site, grabbing some powerful citations and copying and dominating your competition's backlinks will start moving your site up in the Google Map Pack and organic rankings. And it's not about First Capital and Waste Management being smarter. It's just about leveraging the 3 core pillars that the Google robots look at: content, citation, and backlink. And in your area, you would probably benefit from doing this content with buyer intent keywords on location pages. That would, basically have 1,500 words of content for chillicothe and for Logan, and we'll get into that here in a second. So you promised, or so you're thinking this guy promised a solution to all this for free, and I did. And basically, like I said, it's content, citations, and backlinks. My business name is .com Digital Real Estate, and I chose that name for a reason. Your online presence is a valuable piece of digital real estate, and it's very vital property that can take your business to where you dream of. That free attack plan, here it is. Basically, you have buildings, dumpsters, trucks, employees. You letter your dumpsters, trucks, banners, yard signs, and you get referrals from all types of people in business. Basically look at it like your physical property is your content, your advertising is your citations, and your referrals are your backing. So one, content is king. Google wants your site to be filled with words that people are searching for. So they want at least 1,500 words worth of content on your homepage and also on your location pages that you want to rank. They want it filled with wording that tells them what you do and where you do it. Just like your dumpsters, trucks, and employees, show people what you do. You have to show what you do, what you have to Google, and you have to do it more powerful than the competition in the area that you want to rank. Two, citations. What information do you print on your dumpsters, trucks, banners, name, address, and phone number. That is an online citation. Your NAP is listed on online directories. Your Google business profile can grab up to 40% of the clicks in the areas that you want. It depends on it a ton. Your competition roughly in this niche has 150 of them. And kind of where you're ranking and what I looked at, I think you're floating right around between 25 and 30. So we would want to make sure you have at least 150 and to grab another 50 to 100 to make sure, just to be able to dominate your competition. Also, some citations are more important than others, just like a billboard is more powerful than a 100-yard sign. By grabbing the more powerful and authoritative citations, you'll see a dramatic difference in your calls per month from your Google business profile. And last, certainly in the backlink, you love referrals from your customers, correct? That's kind of what backlinks are. It's a referral from one site to yours. All backlinks are not created equal. Google likes quality over quantity, and relevant to the niche. Just like referrals from a contractor is more valuable than a referral from a sweet old lady that is cleaning her garage out. So we would copy your competition's powerful backlinks, then go get another 50 just to make sure that we're dominating them here as well. So again, the reason for this, I wanted to show you what's out there, for you to move more dumpsters, not just tell you and take my like other marketing companies do. I want to take your online property and dominate the area that you want to do. That's what I do. I know your situation's a little different than some of the people that I'm right now because you have kind of a wider, so I think it's not like we're just focusing on Columbus. We're kind of focusing on, Logan, Lancaster, Chillicothe, possibly Athens, Circleville, all those places that we kind of just need to take what Google tells us as far as content goes and maybe look at doing location pages on your website to be able to start ranking there. And then we could throw backlinks and all of that to, increase your Google ranking from the air or the organic rankings where you want them to rank at. So on this valuable for your business and you'd like to talk more about, getting traffic organically and through the map pack in the areas you want, you can click the link in the email to schedule a deeper dive into your dumpster rental business. I want to get to know what you want with your business so we can figure out a custom strategy just for you. Again, no obligation, just see if we fit together, and just more value. And I appreciate your time watching this video and look forward to hearing from you. Have a great day.